Spanish 1, introduction sentences 21 through 24. 21. What is your teacher like? ¿Cómo es tu profesor? ¿Cómo es tu profesor? 22. My teacher is tall. Mi profesor es alto. Mi profesor es alto. Number 23. Do you have a pen? ¿Tienes tú una pluma? ¿Tienes tú una pluma? And finally, number 24. Yes, I have a pen. Sí, yo tengo una pluma. Sí, yo tengo una pluma. All right, let's look at 21. What's your teacher like? ¿Cómo es tu profesor? Literally, this means, how is your teacher? Now, so how is your teacher? It sounds funny. I know when Spanish people speak, it sounds odd to Americans. Well, newsflash, when Americans speak, it sounds funny to Spanish people. Every culture puts ideas and concepts together differently. In English, we say, what is your name? In Spanish, they say, how do you call yourself? Okay? So it's not like English is right and Spanish is wrong, nor is it Spanish is right and English is wrong. Just realize that every culture expresses itself and thinks about language in a different way. Okay, now, so ¿cómo es tu profesor? Mr. Holt, I thought professor had a double F or a double S. Well, here's a tip for you. This might not make sense now, but it'll make sense later. In Spanish, there are only 4 letters that are ever doubled. The letters C-E-L-R. Everybody say cellar. Cellar. C-E-L-R. When my grandma had extra stuff, she kept it down in her cellar. We'd call it a basement. She'd call it a cellar. And in Spanish, the only time you have extra letters is in the word cellar. C-E-L-R. Now, so there's no double F and there's no double S. It's just C-E-L-R. My professor is tall. Now, how are we going to remember that tall is alto? Well, everybody say altitude. Altitude. If you're way up if the altitude is really high, like in an airplane, you're real high. So alto means tall or high. All right, so my teacher is tall. Notice, in English we say is, it's 2 letters with an S. In Spanish we say S, it's 2 letters with an S. All right, 23. Do you have a pen? ¿Tienes tú una pluma? Literally, have you a pen? Have you a pen? Yoda. A bad Yoda impression, but that's my Yoda impression. Have you a pen? Now, Mr. Holt, I am so confused. This TU doesn't have an accent, and this TU does. All right, here's a chant for you. Say, you, friend, have an accent. You, friend, have an accent. T with an accent means you, like you are smart, you are popular, you are funny looking. TU without an accent means your. Hey, what happened to your accent? Well, you took it, and look, you still have it. How are we going to remember that pluma means pen? Well, everybody say plumage. Plumage. Plumage is the feathers on a bird, all right? So pluma means 2 things. It means feather or plume, and it also means ink pen. Why? Because think back to like when people signed the Declaration of Independence. Our very first ink pens were what? They were feathers that we dipped in ink and we signed things with, all right? We wrote with. So plumas, feather, feathers, pluma. Now, yes, I have a pen. In Spanish, they say things twice. Have you a pen? Yes, I have a pen. Now, why do they say things twice? Well, in English, we say things rather slowly, and we say them once. In Spanish, we speak very, very quickly, and we say them twice. He speaks Spanish. She dances well. We need to go to the bathroom. we, bathroom. Sorry. So, yes, I have a pen. All right. That is Spanish 1, intro sentences 21 through 24.